Welcome back, everyone. Well, I'm out here today taking a look at a very rare find here in Ontario. It's a very, very old pioneer cemetery. It's located in the woods. Have to kind of travel to it through some hydro cuts and across some train tracks. But we're gonna go check out an old pioneer cemetery. It's a Roman Catholic cemetery, and it was last, sort of used in I think 1867. So it's very rare in Ontario because there's a lot of shallow graves with a lot of low cairns. And the graves aren't marked. They're basically, should just look like rocks piled up in different spots on the ground. So I think there's about 16 graves out here. All this area here in the past was farmed. So that's pretty cool. People live in little communities out here, and a lot of them, we're in the woods now because there were old farm fields and things like that. Everything was cleared, and now they're just being absorbed into the forest again. So let's go on an adventure. Got to go through this hydro cut and all the soaking wet grass to kind of find the entrance into the woods. Beautiful little flowers beneath me here. Whew. Oh, I think I just found a trail. Oh, wow, take a look at this, guys. Look at all these columbine. How cool. So I decided to come out here today because it's a rainy day. Not a lot of people will be around, and hopefully the bugs have been beaten down slightly for me, because I think the next few days is going to really heat up, and boy oh boy, it's going to get bad in here. Well, the black flies are pretty bad, but never fear. This is my original bug suit. If you're looking to buy one and you're in the Almonte area, Bob, my good friend Bob at Gilly Bluebird, sells them. These are great. They have the full hood, everything, the whole 9 yards. So, sorry, I'm just kind of looking into the forest line here, seeing if there's a way in. It's significantly overgrown, I'm told. So, I'll find out. It's not too far once we get into the woods, but super overgrown where I'm looking to enter into the forest. So I got to kind of figure out where I go. Kind of mixed forest in here. This area, well, a lot of the pioneers were loggers or farmers and things like that. So this is going to be the burial sites. There is a plaque once you find the site, but the graves are unmarked. Just going to mark a waypoint here on my GPS. It's pretty thick in here. Going to be able to find my way out. Everything kind of looks the same after a while. Okay. I guess I could just follow the sound of the generator that someone has, the local farm around here. All right. Whew. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's poke around these woods and see what we can find. Some beautiful Canada lilies in the forest. They're out and about right now. These are a nice alternative to lily of the valley if you want a nice shade garden. So I go through here, I'm already starting to see some old farm fencing, which is pretty cool. A lot of this has now been buried in the forest floor in this little cedar grove right here, but this is a sign that there was old farms and stuff in here. I'm gonna go through here because I'm gonna move a lot faster through this kind of cedar swamp. I feel like this might give me a little bit faster time to get to the site. Trying to figure out where. This is obviously not visited that often. Sort of did a lock the GPS sight and go kind of deal here. See if I can get in to find the graves. This is crazy overgrown. I know a lot of people have tried this and kind of turned back because it's just so thick in here. That's a poison ivy. And that's what poison ivy looks like, if you're wondering. This is tall stuff. Oh, the bugs. All right, I'm gonna go through this way maybe. Let's see where I get. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for gravestones and things like that. You hear the train behind me. I did have to cross some train tracks, which is slightly sketchy, but yeah, there's the train. Hear that? You always have to look really carefully when you're crossing the tracks. Not ideal to do so, but go through here a few times a day. Montreal, Toronto corridor. Finding some more fence lines in here. All right, then through the cedar. I'm just going through this area here. It says I'm getting close. I know they're in an area where it's a little bit more open. So let's see if I'm on the right track. Beautiful mosses in here. Oh, this looks like the remnants of an old farm road here. Take a look. Lots of moss. Oh, cool. Take a look at that. The cabin has these old kind of roads as well, which is pretty cool. I've tried to keep some of them open because they are historic. Looks like it's opening up around here, so it's gonna kind of leak in here. So, oh, yeah. So this is like kind of like a treasure hunt. No idea where I'm going, but it's supposedly in and around here somewhere. See some evidence of maybe some footprints and stuff. It's opening up. Should be in here. So here's an evidence of an old field rock pile. We're not looking for that. Looking for like little shallow grave sites. Something blue in the woods over here. Some plastic in the ground. I don't know what that is. Interesting. I wonder. There is some stuff right here, and this may be some of it right by this tree. Let's take a look around. It says I'm like right here, so maybe it's these little rocks. Let's keep walking around. Yeah, actually, I think this is some of it right here. See these rocks right here, piled up, long wise, maybe about 7-8 feet long. Trees are growing through it now. This is probably an old grave site. People probably piled rocks back in the day so that scavengers wouldn't take their bodies, especially because this is an area here where there's lots of wildlife and bear and coyotes and other things like that. So just want to find a plaque. But yeah, no, I definitely see. Oh, cool. Take a look at this. It's an old rusted can. Yeah, pretty sure this is it. It's another one right here. See this little pile right here of rocks? It's totally a grave site. See some other stuff over here. Let's go take a look. So I recently bought a metal detector. Now I'm not going to come out here and metal detect, obviously, but this looks like, oh, just tree detritus. I thought we were going to find an old garbage dump out here. Don't see that at all. But yeah, there's lots of rocks out here. I think some of the bigger areas aren't the cemetery, but I think some of the ones that are like obviously like 7-8 feet piles of rocks most likely are grave sites. We need an opening here. It's also part of the old road. Very beautiful in here. Very cool. Very neat. This is so overgrown, but this is the old road. It would be neat to metal detect here, just not the grave sites. Beautiful cedars in here. Old too. Some are old, some are young. This is neato. Never done this before, actually. It's so like nondescript. It's just sort of like everything returns back to the earth, you know? It's not like standing out to me, but definitely from the photos I've seen, this is exactly where it is. Neat. Oh, look. I wonder if a bear moved that rock. Find some bugs underneath it or something. Definitely bear in here. Be careful. And not gonna lie, I'm also looking for mushrooms today. Found a few morels this year, which is great. And after all these rains, I'm sure a little bit more are gonna pop up. We're just kind of getting near the end of our season here. But certainly some dryad saddles out and stuff like that. Yeah, so right here behind me, so these longer piles, that's actually the edge of a farm field to keep the animals, you know, in their little paddock area or whatever. And you'll see, you know, the cedar fences there. So the cabin, we have those as well. So yeah, this is definitely an old farm site. with woodlands attached. This was cleared probably a few times over. And then, like I said, the cemetery was just up here. The sun's going to come out on us. That's great. Now, I want to find a plaque about this whole thing. That'd be really interesting to see what where that is. This is cool. Hopefully not a whole lot of people come here and disturb the site. Yeah, I think there's more here. You see that? And over there, I think those are also grave sites. Right, I'm low-key freaking out. This area is supposedly quite haunted. People have seen people in period clothing and stuff like that in here, and they're hiking through. I just heard a raven kind of calling. Kind of got a little stressed there. Yeah, so then I realized it was a raven. It's fine. I'm gonna follow this little road back further. I bet you any money the plaque is further up the road. The other way I kind of came in. So we're gonna come back that way. Yeah, because I don't think it's like randomly sitting in the woods somewhere. I think it's got to be on like a trail sort of like this. Birds are lovely out today. Spring birds this year have been amazing. Lots of warblers and things like that. You can hear them there. Love my Merlin app for telling me what things are. Looks like this is a gravesite of other things. Take a look at that. Don't worry, it's not human. And there's the top of it. That's pretty cool. Well, here's more evidence. See what it is. It's a deer. That's neat. Nowadays, people use these trails for like ATV and snow machines and stuff like that. So yeah, no dice up ahead on the sign. Shoo. Ooh, that's a fur in here. Let's keep looking. Yeah, I'm definitely not alone in here. There's coyote for sure. Just want to show you a wild edible I haven't shown you before. This is a prickly ash. It is invasive, but it's where your Szechuan peppercorns come from. So end of summer, you can harvest some of those. They're nice and spicy. Kind of make your mouth go a little tiny bit numb when you chew on them. So stumbled upon this beautiful trail back behind me here. Thinking, because in some of the photos I've seen where the plaque is, it's sort of a road like this, which I cannot find around the GPS coordinates that I was given. Anyway, beautiful forest. Take a look around here. I'm hearing oven birds singing away. Keeping my eyes out for morels and stuff like that. A lot of birch and maple in here. It's a bit mucky in here because of the rain. But just gorgeous. I mean, everything's just kind of opening up now. The trout lilies are going away. I'm so sad, which means my wild leek are gone too, but that's okay. I'll collect some seed in the fall and I have a little garden of wild leek just grown from seed. So pretty excited to kind of keep that growing because it's an endangered plant in our area. So it's better just to kind of get a few seeds and sprinkle them around versus digging them out and planting them. Of course, there's also a possibility. It says the grave sites were marked off with yellow tape. Like this is probably 10, 15 years ago. So I think that's probably gone. And maybe the plaque's just really gotten kind of absorbed into the forest. So I'm heading back. I'm going to try again. I'm fairly certain earlier in the video when I was showing you those little piles of rocks that we were there. I'm just going to do one final sweep of the area and we'll see if we can find that crazy plaque. So on my way back here, I just want to show you guys this really cool site. Looks like a bit of ruins that are over here. This might be a cool site to detect through these beautiful columbines here. Let's take a look. Oh, cool. This is nicely done. Back in the day. Parts of an old wooden structure. House, barn, who knows. Should be lots of cool stuff in and around here. All collapsed in on itself. Oh yeah, I gotta come back and check this out. I'll just follow my GPS back. I'll circle around again. All right, here I cross the farm fence line yet again. I'm sure this is it. All right, this is starting to look trailish, but very overgrown. Up this road again. Ugh. This will be fun, they said. Look at that. Well, this is cool. I found part of the old garbage spot. Lots of old cans, jars. There's some older stuff beneath that. Lots of cool things if you just poke around the woods. Yeah, this is the old garbage pit. It's neat. This area of rocks that's kind of piled up along here, I wonder if it's an old collapsed stone field fence. It might be. Well, take a look over here. I'm just sort of walking through the area where the coordinates are, and I see this. So this is possibly site 2. Well, unfortunately, I never did find the plaque. In the post I saw was some time ago, so it's possible that it's gotten swallowed up somewhere in the woods here, and I can't find it. I'm right on top of the coordinates, and these are the beautiful grave sites. Oh, it's a lovely forest to hike through today, a lovely place to rest peacefully for eternity. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little adventure, crawling through the woods looking for Pioneer Cemetery. Well, guys, let me know if you want me to look at more places like this, or do you want me to do some metal detecting around the wooden structure that I showed you earlier in the video. Let me know down below in the comments. Hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you in the next video down the trail.